Gooberplex going for an autism diagnosis. Congrats. And start your new therapist tomorrow. Hello. Good job. Proud of you. I know that shit takes a lot of effort. I've had a lot of friends have good results doing that kind of stuff. You like the eye makeup? I don't know what you're talking about. My eyes just do this. Howdy, howdy. I am a little sniffly. I literally just got done recording a video. Fingers crossed that'll be out Monday. By the way, thanks to everybody who's watched, shared, liked, commented on the Jubilee video. It's been so helpful. I can't tell you how nice it is to have a video hit over 50K again. And especially one that I had to take an ad sponsor for. That's very good for me. Yeah, today will not be a long stream. I'm going to be so upfront about that because I am going with a partner. I have a full slate today where I started today writing, editing a script. I just got done filming. Tomorrow we'll be editing that. Today I wanted to do a stream because I don't know if I'll be able to do one again until... I'm going to try and do another stream tomorrow night. If I'm not able to make that, then I will try and do one on Sunday for sure. Drop the lip combo. This is just Maybelline with lip gloss. I use a Laneige lip sleeping mask for a gloss, and it wears off pretty quick, but it is so good for hydration. Oh my god. College freshman majoring in public policy. I want to say your advocacy is an inspiration. Thank you very much, Random Entity. I appreciate that. There's a weird, I don't think a lot of content creators talk about it because there is this there's like a kayfabe that I know a lot of other creators try and keep up with. Actually, while I'm here, because I'm going to be gesticulating with my hands, I'm going to put my rings on real quick. Or there's this like kayfabe that I don't think a lot of people talk about how just like there's like a loneliness that comes with being a content creator where it's hard to tell, despite the fact that, you know, I have hundreds of thousands of people who've seen my content at this point. And yes, thank you very much, Johnny Viral, for helping to share that. If there's a millionaire in the chat tonight, I could still use some money. I'm so mad. I'm so mad, chat. Again, I'll be fine, as per usual. But I woke up the other day to my, fucking rental company fucking me over. I hate living in this place so much. I want to move so bad, y'all. I want to move so bad. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, the company, they did not send me a... The company didn't send me a rental renewal agreement. By the way, I've been here for a decade, pretty much. Never been late, been a good tenant. They have been a terrible company. My ceiling has fallen out multiple times. My fucking sink faucet keeps getting clogged up, and every time they come and fix it, it takes a week until it's just drip, drip, drip again. So they didn't send me a renewal for like, here's your, you know, yearly lease or whatever. But they did charge me the month-to-month rate, which is like $350 more. So I woke up and I was like, no, I do usually, Somniostatic, I do usually renew a lease every year. And they just didn't send it to me. And so I had to call them and be like, hey, What the fuck? And I'm gonna call back and because I was so mad at the time, and I need to push back on it more because they basically said, okay, yeah, we're sorry about that. We'll send you a renewal, so you'll be able to renew and pay the same rate you were paying, and we'll give you $100 credit. It's like, okay, but that's not the same as my thing, which was I paid like $300 more. I don't want $100 off my next rent. I need that $300 now. It's so fucking, I hate it. I hate rental companies. I want a condo so fucking bad. Yeah, it's one of those things where you realize like how fucking terrible, how little, what's the word I'm looking for? How little protection renters have in the grand scheme of things. Saw the title on my notification was like, what alt-right channel did accidentally sub to? I hope that didn't give too many people too much of a start. Get out more, the millionaires hang around the bars. DJ Super Tiny, not fucking here. Maybe in LA. Not here. Die to see you do makeup tutorials. This makeup took me like, I was really quick with this one. This was, and you can tell it was a little bit sloppy, but this was like 20 minutes, if that. I put this on real quick. Do I have a tenants union? Not to my knowledge. Get a van? I would, but I have a dog and a cat and a partner. Speaking of which, my cat is yelling at me now, so I'm gonna go feed her real quick and I'll be right back. Hello, chubby kitty. My little baby. Everybody say hi to the kibben. Everybody say hi to the kibben. This is the expensive little baby. This is the baby what needs the medical help. What? What do you see? What do you see? Look with your special cat eyes. Come on. I love you. Speak your cat wisdom. Speak your cat wisdom. Hello. Thank you. I give you a head bump too. I give you a head bump too. She looks super grumpy. She's so funny because she always looks super grumpy, but she is literally the biggest cuddler in the world. In that way. In that way. Like now she's just laying down. I feel her rumbling. I'm holding her tummy underneath and I feel her go. Hey, pretty baby. Hey, pretty girl. My pretty brown-eyed girl. My pretty brown-eyed girl. Come on. She's been getting... Okay, I do need to feed you, though. I need to feed you. I need to feed you. Oh. She's been getting, oh, God. I got cat hair all over me. So yeah, because I have her finally signed up for the vet appointment, and they have to do a blood work test, which I'm sure will be more fucking money, but whatever. I'm going to try and sign up for a credit account, pet credit or whatever. So the blood test, I think, is going to be next Thursday, and then her tooth extraction is going to be Wednesday. Anybody who can give to help with that, I do appreciate it, especially at the Ko-Fi link where the money just kind of goes directly into my account. Yeah, it's Swain402. Thank you for 21 months, by the way. It's been okay. It's one minor, like, I don't want to say it's been a bright side because I don't know how it's been for the cat, but it's been a little bit funny for me. She's been fine, but she has so because of the length of time I've had to stretch out the meds that the vet gave me. So she has one antibiotic that has been helping her like fight any inflammation, infection, anything like that. And then she has one painkiller that just fucking zoots her. This cat gets so fucking high. And I've been not going over the doses. I've been doing actually a little bit under because I'm like, I'm kind of like putting it in her mouth, observing her. And after an hour or so, her eyes are just like these saucers. Like she's just like, and she just kind of like sits there and just, like I can just sit there and talk to her and it's weird. She started to adopt the behaviors of my dog, because my dog does this thing. If she's not super hyper on the rare occasion, she just kind of like if I have friends and stuff over, or my partner lives with me, and we'll be out here sitting on the couch, and my dog will just kind of sit in the circle or like create a circle as if she's a human taking part in a conversation. The cat's been doing the same thing. It's very funny. I have to get my king snake cleansed of parasites. That sounds rough. I don't know what kind of parasites. Oh, and the other thing, I think my other rabies shot is this next week. They get farther apart. I got my second shot. Wasn't that bad. The other two aren't going to be that bad. The first round of shots was the 4 at a time, and that fucking sucked. But yeah. It's been, again, any donos, if anybody has money to give, I do appreciate it for multiple reasons now, but through Ko-Fi, the Ko-Fi links have been posted in the chat and all that stuff. Very much appreciated. DD has rabies? No. Oh god, I forgot about that. Not everybody heard my rabies story last time. I was, and this was last week, it was last Wednesday? I think it was last Thursday, where I was getting ready for a podcast with a great guest. By the way, the episode of the podcast, we did end up recording it yesterday with Rosa and Travis View from QAA, the QAnon Anonymous, formerly the QAnon Anonymous podcast, which also stars Liv Agar for those Twitter-brained folks out there. And it was such a... God, if y'all haven't listened to the podcast I do with my friend Rosa, WTF Now, What the Fuck Now, this episode we did with Travis and the Patreon half that will be exclusive for patrons of the WTF Now, like, Patreon. So good. So good. Great fucking thing. But last week, I had to cancel and call out because, excuse me. Yeah, DJ Super Tiny. God, it sounds insane to even talk about it now. I was riding a Lime scooter to my local bodega that I go to get like my energy drinks and just like drinks and snacks and stuff. Why Travis and not Liv? Specifically because we're talking about conspiracies. I do want to reach out to Liv about trans issues, because Sideburn, I've been listening to Science in Transition, which is the goddamn, now I have hiccups. Which is the new Cursed Media like kind of podcast subseries that is so good. I love that shit. And I want to do an episode with Liv Agar and Juniper, because I think that would be fun. I don't know. I'm sure June and Liv know each other. Did I walk near RFK that would warrant rabies shots? So I was on my way to the bodega to get energy drinks to lock in for a podcast, and then I plan to kind of do what I did today, podcast then stream right afterwards. This did not happen because I was hit by a bat, the flying creature, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And it hit me on exposed skin. It flew head fucking first into me. It sputtered out. It had all the signs of rabies, uncoordinated, flying during the day, flying low, not running away from humans. Like, I looked it up and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm sitting in the ER for 3 hours to get a rabies shot. Yeah. And that is how I had to get a rabies shot, I guess. So, yeah. Which is fucking bananas, because right after, like, I was also scheduled last Friday. Friends of mine, like, we were all going to do a photo shoot for my Rouge the Bat cosplay, my gender swap Rouge the Bat. Given me the proportional strength of a baby bat yet? I don't. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it was really kind of a bummer because it ran up against it. I hate when my survival instinct is forced to reckon with my inherent love of creatures and animals. Because, like, my first instinct upon seeing the baby bat, because it was a baby, it was the size of my thumb, like, it was tiny. My first instinct was, oh, come here, little guy, come here, little fella. What? I didn't. Now, I want to be clear, I did not touch the bat. I'm illustrating, I'm painting a word picture for you. But my first instinct was like, oh, look at the little guy, he's so tiny, he's so... And then as I continued reading, I was like, okay, well, I had to call Fish and Wildlife and do all that. The dude flew off before then. It was a whole thing. So, needless to say, it's been a busy time for me. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, chat. It'll be so real. And so today I kind of wanted to do, I've been struggling lately doing streams because the world is kind of fucked. I talked about it a couple weeks ago, but I am so, like, okay, on one hand, I'm glad the mainstream media is not leaving the Epstein story alone, that they are continuing to dig and discover things and push people back into corners. Love that. Love that for them. As far as making for, like, a stream, that's very boring for me. Like, I'm being honest with you. It's very boring to fucking sit down day in, day out. And I'm not like Hassan. You know, I have tons of other projects to work on. I have interviews to organize. I have podcasts to organize. I have, like, a lot of other stuff to do. So if I'm sitting down to put effort into a stream, I don't necessarily want it to just be, here's the exact same thing we talked about last time. On that note, I want to, today is just going to be a little bit more of a chill, shorter stream, because like I said, I have the rest of my, like, kind of day planned out with a partner. I've been getting her into Magic, and I made her a Magic deck, and we're gonna go try it out at Commander Night. So that is my zen moment for the day. That's my refreshing time. But yeah, I am very tired of, like, all that being said, I am going to try and stream again tomorrow and try and do a more serious stream, because I do have stuff to talk about in regards to Gaza, in regards to the ongoing genocide, in regards to trans rights, in regards to like the awful shit. But today I wanted to sit back and maybe just laugh a little bit more. Maybe just have a little bit more of a fun time, you know? So I hope you all join me on that quest. I got my first magic pack today because of you. What's the what set? What are we talking? What are we talking? Are we talking Final Fantasy? Did you have to pay like $10 for that pack? Hey, Danger Days. I have become a recluse drawing furry emotes for Stella. I love that for you. It was $6.99. That's not bad. What was the Colitis? What was the set? Like $6.99. What are we talking? $6.99. What was that? If you found a Final Fantasy pack for $6.99, first off, that is MSRP, but a ton of people fucking like all of my shops are selling them at $9 to $10. How are the Final Fantasy cards? They're so fucking good. They're so fucking good. I built my first Pauper deck, which is a Final Fantasy commander. They're so and going through and like I've built a couple decks recently. Because again, I was building one for a partner. I have the Sonic cards coming, so I've been putting cards aside for Shadow and Eggman, and so I have a stack of Final Fantasy cards. And it's such a good set. Like I really like Edge of Eternities, but like Final Fantasy is that's gonna go down as an all-timer. I really feel. Edge of Eternities is good. Edge of Eternity is good. Like I fuck with Edge of Eternities. Okay, the one thing I don't like, I have never gotten so many repeat rares from a set. And granted, I have not been opening a lot of packs because I can't afford to lately, because I'm not that interested. I kind of have the cards I want. A lot of them are like uncommons and commons I can get for 10 cents in bulk. Like later, it's fine. But of the packs I've opened, which here's the thing, the fact that I've opened such a small amount of packs actually makes it a little bit worse. Because of the packs I've opened, I've gotten like 3 or 4 repeated rares multiple times. Crazy. What's the vibes for the set? Which set? Edge of Eternities? Space. Uncle Tony, MTG is too expensive for me and the release cycle is too fast for me to come up with. Have I got solutions for you? That's why you play either Commander or Pauper. Because you don't have to worry about keeping up with the expensive cards. You can go dig through. I ran into, by the way, I don't know if they're watching. But if you're watching, the person who said hi to me in the store when I was browsing Magic cards, who walked up to me and is like, "Are you Dead Domain?" It was very nice of you. Thank you. Made my day. But yeah, like yesterday when I was getting, not yesterday, it was 2 or 3 days ago now. When I was doing, like going through bulk cards, like you can get a decent deck for maybe $20 if you like take the time. But to me, and proxy, yes, and proxy. To me, so much of the fun, my favorite deck right now, well, 2 favorite decks, like number 1 in my heart, are Ashnod the Uncaring and Judith, Carnage Connoisseur. Neither of those are like top 500 commanders or anything. And Judith might be. But both of them the deck started drastically different. And over time, like I didn't look at any deck lists. Over time, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll swap this out for this. I'll swap this out for this. I'll swap this out for this. And that to me is the most fun part of the hobby. Like I am not going to be buying a whole lot of Spider-Man, which breaks my fucking heart. But I'm just not. I know I'm not. But that's kind of okay because I think a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm missing a set, huh? And I'm like, nah. Like the fun part to me is the fact that there are thousands of like commanders and stuff out there. I have no idea what they do, and I can go through and find like, ooh, look at this is a dumb little card that nobody's playing. I'll play it in Pauper or whatever. It's like it is. I understand the criticism that it is like it is a fucking bougie, like the way people treat it gives the impression of like, yeah, no, if I don't have a couple $100, I can't put together a good deck. But that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Let me tell you. And what's more, it is also just as important to find a good play group. Because if you just go and try different stores, you will find a group that suits your needs and your socialization and play style better, because there are going to be tryhards out there. There are going to be people out there who get sweaty, who I had a fucking Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say, then we're going to go into the story or the stuff for today. I was playing a game last week with a dude, and he started with, because there's the bracket system. For people who don't know the bracket system, you sit down at a table and you say, okay, what bracket are you? 1, are you baby? Are you 2, 3, 4, or 5? 4 and 5 are generally like 5 is like pro, 4 is like serious money and not very fun. And then so a lot of people kind of exist in that 2 to 3 space, but the difference is, the difference can be sizable, because if you have a 3 that doesn't really pop off, or you do have a 2 that does pop off, it doesn't really matter. The point is that the dude sat down and was like, so what are we playing 2? And like, because I'm rolling 2, but it doesn't have any game changers, which are cards that are like super powerful, and they're not allowed in a bracket 2. And I'm like, oh, whatever, because I like, when I make a deck, I can do some dirty shit, but that's not what I'm going for. I am not going to see exactly what I can get away with. I like to have plans in case I do need to get away with something. And the dude was just like he was doing a new commander from Edge of Eternities, and he was just warp free casting like Themberchod and fucking Rapacious Dragon and Ancient Gold Dragon, or Ancient Copper Dragon. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you, like, technically, yeah, these super powerful dragon cards are not fucking game changers, but you're still playing like land destruction, and when this enters, each other opponent fucking fucks off and kills themselves. And it's just like, what? Like, come on, you know what you're doing. You sat down at a table and knew what you were doing. And that's the very annoying part for me, because it is like, I have decks like that I've had to change out, or I have to like sit down. When I put Judith Carnage Connoisseur down, people are like, "Oh, okay, I know how Judith plays," and I'm like, "No. Like you have to trust me, a total stranger that looks like a murder clown. That my murder clown deck is actually not going to be that terrible. I don't play board wipe tribal. I swear to God, I just want to make little guys. That's what I'm here to do. I have a little guy generator. I'm just making little guys, and so." It is just like, and it's the same thing. I have my shouldered deck, which, oh shit, I need to add Ebon Praetor in there. I forgot. I found an Ebon Praetor card, and I was like, Ebon Praetor is good times, Ebon Praetor. And my shouldered deck, because I put down Shouldered the Apocalypse, because I pulled a, where is she? Oh, here she is. Yeah, I pulled a foil concept Praetor, like full art of the Apocalypse, and it's like a $120 card. Which is like, I'm not going to fucking buy that ever, but I'm also not going to play that in deck, so I was using it as a commander. But then when you put out Shouldered, she just becomes remove on site. So it's like, okay, well, I just can't even play my fucking deck, I guess. Because everybody else just has this like idea in their head about what I'm going to do, even though, like, I swear to God, y'all, I'm just putting things in my graveyard and taking them back out. Like, yes, it will hurt everybody else, but I'm just putting stuff in my graveyard and taking it back out, and putting stuff in my graveyard and taking it back out. I am just, like my shoulder deck is not, like, this oppressive. It is oppressive. I'm not going to lie. But it's not, like, this overwhelming, unbeatable force. What I am doing is like the necromancy equivalent of like those kids with the little paddle balls just going, and I'm just over here with my like little propeller beanie going with the fucking, like, I just have the things I like to do, y'all, and everybody gets mad at me. Damn. Anyway, yeah, it is about playing and enjoying, like a mill deck. No, see, that's the thing. I've never built a mill deck because I'm not that kind of heinous. I've done some gross stuff. Don't get me wrong. Let me tell you what. Oh God, sorry, I'm like a little runny for some reason. Give me 1 second. The Minecraft movie. Oh no, not the Minecraft movie. Minecraft the game. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let's do. Is that not? Why is that not coming up? Why? There we go. Sliver deck. I do have a sliver deck. I want to play my sliver deck more. It's a Duskmorn sliver deck. The commander isn't a sliver. The commander is Marina Vendrell. And so it's just the Duskmorn room enchantments, and because slivers are 5 colors and stack, like I figured that's a pretty good sliver deck. Anyway, give me 1 second. Lantern commander deck? I don't know what that means. All right, give me 1 second. You love me? Let me hear you say it. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that chat can hear it too. Smells a little fruity in here. The way you say it is so not like how he said it. Yeah, you put like this like 1940s Al Capone, like smells a little fruity. Yeah,
a little fruity in here.
Exactly. Yeah, like gabagool. Hey, come on. Oh, whoa. Somebody says gay. I don't think so. The gift was blow high. Oh, lanterns usually have specific control. Okay, no. You mean Turgrid. Okay, now you're saying lanterns. I'm like, lantern? What the fuck? Like chromatic lantern? No, Turgrid. I know that bitch. For sure. Yeah, Turgrid is like, I have a Turgrid, and I don't want to get rid of her, because if I ever get to the point where I hate somebody at a table, and I'm like, whew, today's the day Turgrid grows in the shoulder deck, and we're gonna work this out on the field. Yeah. Estrogen in Minecraft? Hey, I'm homosexual in here. Awesome, Stella. Thank you very much for 21 months. Hey, Vass, hello, chat. Just want to say thank you so much for the space and being such kind people. Thank you. I now lurk, as today has been uber shitty and I'm not in a headspace to moderate. Oh, I'm sorry about that, awesome, Stella. But I hope you have a better night. I hope lurking is good for your brain beans. Literally told the dude to never play that deck against me if he wanted to stay civil. And see, that's the thing, is that there are, like, the thing that you will learn more is that the player makes the deck. Like, it's that one joke the Doom account made about Doom where it's like, you choose the buttons you press. Like, if somebody's like, well, yeah, you know, I've never done that before. And it's like, brother, you put the cards in the deck. This is your deck. You decided that what goes in there. Yeah. Whew. Xander Grits, that sounds almost like my Marlin of the Morn song deck, which is, make no mistake, a very funny joke to play on God and everybody's. It's... Oh, that's good. That's... Marlin of the Morn song is good, is a good fun Magic time. Anyway. Like chat. Let me, all right. We're not only going to talk about Magic. I'll get to the thing, but I need to tell you my favorite combo with Marlin. God damn, she's $21 now. I got her for a steal then. I got her for like $5. Marlin of the Morn song. First line of text. Players can't draw cards. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player loses 3 life, and then you tutor for any card to put in your hand. Now, obviously, you have to really kind of do good work with this. But what I like to do, is I like to, you know, maybe turn 1 if it's not in my hand, if I don't have a Cabal Ritual or a Dark Writ, I will tutor for those and then get this beautiful 41-cent baby boy, just my bouncing, my big son, Doomsday Excruciator, which let me put this into you, because by the way, I can get this out on, like, I think the earliest I've gotten it out with Marlin was like turn 3. I can get Doomsday Excruciator out turn 4 pretty dependably. When Doomsday Excruciator enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. You fucking sit down Marlin, and then two turns later you exile everything but everybody's bottom 6? Like here's the thing. With that, you just skip over becoming the enemy of the table, because like it just becomes a fight for survival. That's my favorite trick to play, because it's like you can't even be like you just get to be like, what about I'm just a little guy. What's done is done. We can't go anywhere else now. Like, we got to fight it out here with the last 6 cards we all have. Oh yeah. Anyway. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay. Now, I want to say that I only came across this for the first time today. Unless... I feel like I've seen this before, but I don't think I brought it up on stream. And I was reading a little bit of it, and I thought to myself, I need this. This is going to be very good for me on stream. How a seemingly innocent gift led to my child becoming, quote-unquote, trans. I've been thinking about my time in the TERF Twitter space earlier this week, and mostly how it just reaffirmed a lot of stuff that I already thought about those spaces, but how insular and how close-minded they are to, more than anything, the personal experiences of queer people. And on that tip, reminds me a little bit of my own parent, reminds me a little bit of my own family. Trans is, in quote, is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna bet the British. I'm gonna say I bet the British This is the same level as weed turns you gay. I mean, hey. I've just... Hey, baby? Yeah? Does weed turn you gay? Does weed turn you gay? Yes.
Good question. Good question. Good. Hold on. Like Family Feud, good answer, but good question. Good question. Yeah. Ooh, good question.
Yeah, but what's your answer? You dork. Go back in there. Back to the dungeon with you. Somebody says y'all sound gay together.
Ally.
We're not gay. She's just an ally.
No, you're gay. You've had weed before.
So have you... Oh.
Every time I smoke, I'm doing it as an ally.
Okay, no. Every time you smoke, you're doing it as an ally. But me, I am gay because I've had weed. Okay.
You smoke too sincerely.
I smoke too real. Is what you're saying. I smoke too real?
I'm saying you smoke too real.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Roommates. Yeah, people saying, and they were roommates.
Should we frame my hand? No.
Go do your makeup, you fucking dork. Okay, here's the story. In 2014, my son started to ask for the popular... I notice how they don't say... I'm assuming it's a kid at this point. Blah, blah, blah. My wife and I decided to get said game for him. He loved it. He constantly showed us his latest creations and buildings. Likely story. I can't even take this sentence seriously. I laughed out loud when I read this earlier. Little did we know, this seemingly innocent game was a gateway drug to cross-sex hormones, wrong gender pronouns, and a replaced name. Great. You see, while it may seem like a healthy... This is, oh my god, you know what this is? Like it's been, you know, again, not a unique observation, but it's been observed that there is a lot of overlap between like the sensationalist aspects of trans panic and the satanic panic. That's what this is giving. This is giving like the PSAs that would talk about how like He-Man is of the devil. Because here we go. You see, while it may seem like like imagine a fucking pastor in the 80s sitting on a futon with a big bushy mustache saying, you see, in just like that Peckerwood ass voice, you see, while it may seem like a healthy outlet for creative expression, Minecraft is actually, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the white person voice from Sorry to Bother You. You see, while it may seem like a healthy outlet for creative expression, Minecraft is actually a very popular game among so-called trans-identifying children. The reason for this is because the game allows for expression of dangerous ideas and has little to no moderation, being primarily single player. Trans panic is this generation's satanic panic, and it's just as dumb. Oh, this is such a real article. This is such a real article. One of the most problematic parts of this horrible game is the ability for players to upload their own skins. Man, to be inside their mind, to just... Oh, it's crazy. Essentially, again, I love the way... Oh, yes, please, non-gamers, give me your opinions on how games turn people trans. Essentially, each player... This reminds me of when we were in the turf space on Twitter the other day, and the lady was just going off about all these bizarre constructs she'd come up with to like pathologize trans people. It's just like this, where it's like, yes, no, tell me more about shit that you obviously know nothing about. Ma, thank you for $5. Well, He-Man is a magical girl anime, so maybe he's right. That's true. That's true. Each player can, like, imagine trying to make this sound arch. Like, imagine trying to make this sound intimidating and terrifying.
One of the most problematic parts of this horrible game is the ability for players to upload their own skins. Essentially, each player can create a character for themselves in simple photo editing apps such as Photoshop. This means that the selection of characters is limited only by the player's imaginations. On the surface, this seems to be a positive of the game, but it turns out that it's not.
Like, they're talking about the game in the same tone that Jigsaw does.
The unlimited customization dangerously blurs the boundaries of gender and sex, and, especially considering the predominantly young player base of Minecraft, can be very confusing in terms of gender. One of these confused young people is my son, now 21 years old, who, it turns out, had been using the default girl skin of Minecraft, often shown in marketing alongside a more fitting masculine character. While this is not concerning on its own, having done so since the age of 11 will surely have contributed to his gender confusion.
Man, is this gotta be a joke? This gotta be a joke. Like blaming a game for 10 years of somebody's personal growth, life, and experiences, as if that is that was the only contributing factor was Minecraft. Read that again with the Matt Walsh impression. I won't read that again. I'll read the next thing in the Matt Walsh impression. Thank you very much for the $5, the pup. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, all right. So this one's in Matt Walsh, and I gotta limber up for this.
However, this dangerous, confusing option is not the only element of Minecraft that contributed to my son's gender confusion. You see, while Minecraft is most often single-player or on large-scale minigame type servers, essentially giant online arcades made in the block game, can also be played in the traditional survival modes in multiplayer. While multiplayer games are an excellent way for kids to interact with each other, can also provide a way for them to communicate dangerous ideas without the guiding hands of their parents.
Sees girl equals want to become... Yeah, like, also... The girl model is just a bunch of fucking blocks. Like this is what transed your kid? Nah. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, dog. Eileen right, but even I can't stand Matt Walsh. Many such cases. Many such cases. I think, I think Matt Walsh is... If there's one thing to say about Matt Walsh, I think it's that his shtick, he's growing a little bit too bold with it. Like, his shtick is wearing thin, I feel. Which is good. Like, that's great for me. I'm so tired of him. Yeah, I also thought it was just the same model. Unbalanced minds. Why would there be a person who leans right? And here, Because I appeal to all sides. All people. Hey, all people who hate Matt Walsh are welcome in here, as far as I'm concerned. The cube boobs trans my son. Oh, so true. Guiding hands of their parents. Crazy. Ever technically minded, my son set up a multiplayer server to play with his boyfriend when they were 14 years old and just started date. Wait. Okay, so your kid was 14. And it sounds like hadn't started transitioning yet, at least not socially, and said, "Hey, I have a boyfriend," and your thought is that I guess I can't wrap my mind around the idea of a parent who would be like fully accepting, apparently. That's, I'm assuming with this. Accepting of a kid being gay, but then drawing the line at them being trans, and then trying to find out if Minecraft was responsible? Due to Minecraft's neglectful failure to include any filters or safeguards against dangerous and confusing... What the fuck? What do you mean, dangerous and confusing ideological statements? It served as a funnel for the two of them to encourage each other in their transitions. What... Do you want them to... God, what is it about the British mind that just craves Big Brother? Like, what is it about the British mind that just they want to be hogs in the censorship slot pits? They want a like giant AI to be watching over their every move at all times. How is Minecraft, is Mojang, Microsoft, whoever, how are they supposed to monitor the things that are said in voice chat unless they are monitoring literally everybody at all times and then taking action about it? Like, what? Son's boyfriend is also gender confused. What's worse is that these two, who are perhaps the worst people for each other, are engaged to get married in a lesbian wedding later this fall. I, of course, was not invited. Heaven forbid I try to save my son from his horrible confusion. Mom? Is that you? Nekami, oh my god, thank you. Nekami, thank you very much for $20. They still have a 1,000-year-old monarchy, so... Yeah. It is. It's such a... Yeah, what a fascinating country Britain is. Derogatory. Another day I'm proud to be an American. Where at least I know I'm not British. Fucking, I will eat all of the midnight Jack in the Box slop burgers I can. Fucking fuck your beans and toast. What were you laughing at? What? That's I said fuck a beans and toast. I hate toast. You and me were perfect for each other. Aw. Babe. Babe, stop. This other boy, I suspect, is the reason that my son is so confused as to his gender, and is another confused youth with no malicious intent. Was able to confuse my son through the game of Minecraft. Imagine what maliciously intending adult... Wait, okay, hang on. So, this other kid is just lied to and confused. And your kid is just lied to and confused, but they influenced each other So nobody knows what they're doing here, and you're what they're trying to do is like stripping away and absolving any like actual personality or personhood from the choices that are represented here to be like, oh, you just don't know what you're doing. You're a 21-year-old who's been transitioning for several years, who's been queer since they're at least 14. You have no idea what you actually want. I, a British person, do. $2. Did they say something about that in the wall? I'm pretty sure they did. Ethan Price, as a descendant of Irish immigrants and African slaves, I always say to hell with the British monarchy. You probably more than anybody else have reason to say that. So this is a warning to... Wait, oh no, hang on. Not everyone has as much time for supervision as my wife and I had. And even then we... Well, it sounds like fucking not if Minecraft is raising your kid. So this is a warning to parents. Okay, here we go. Wait, I'm gonna do a my attempt at a voice, and then chat. You'll give me who you think I'm doing. So this is a warning to parents to be very wary of Minecraft and other such online games without strict parental controls. And if your child already has Minecraft, as it has become much more popular in the past few years, be sure to check what skin they are using and to have a talk about the possible confusion that could arise from using one that does not align with their gender. Sincerely, a forgotten father. A forgotten father. Oh, fucking... Why are British people so fucking dramatic? Hate it. Get over yourself. Like it's this shitty... I guess that was kind of Rod Sterling-ish. It's this shitty, like, self-importance that so many parents, especially leaning conservative, had. Economic prisoner, you got what I was going for. You got what I was going for. Same with you, B. Parker. Get estranged, bozo. It's this, like... And you see it a lot in Christian and evangelical circles, too. Where... there's just this possessive ownership over a kid where parents take it as law that, like, not only is, you know, you hear a lot about, like, oh, I'm a protective mama bear and, you know, my kid is the most important thing to me. Rarely do they actually show that. But then you have, like, this weird inverse, what's the word, complex they get about it, where they also think that they should be the most important to a kid. And then they're shocked. They just must throw all of their own life experience of being a teenager out an airlock when a kid doesn't fucking listen to them, or when a kid wants independence, or just when a kid has their own thoughts and feelings. Like, it bugs the fuck out of me. Yeah, no, they're my kids and I'll do what I want with them. It's that shit exactly. You can just Google, if you want to find a link to the article, just Google how a seemingly innocent gift led my child, or how a seemingly innocent gift, and it came right up. All right, parents with inconvenient truths about trans. Pitparents.com. Oh, chat. People, are these multiple? Are there multiple people here? Oh, we might have stumbled into a... Wow. Gender dysphoria and other games people play. I have strained conversations with teachers, some of them childhood friends, about gender ideology. Oh, yeah. Tell me this was 2024 or 2025. I think this might have been. Nope, this was not that long ago. A letter to my son from a grieving mother who still loves him deeply. Chat. Do we want to just turn this into like a dumb parent celebration? Mackenzie L., thank you for $5. I grew up in Kentucky and Ohio. Evangelical parents, including my own, basically want to completely rule their kids' life at all stages and facets. Yeah, that was mine. That was mine. And that, like, here's the fun dichotomy I had to deal with, where my mom wanted to know and keep tabs on everything I did in high school. And then when I was floundering, like trying to get a grip in the real world, having not worked a job, because in high school, I wasn't allowed to have a job until I had all A's. Like, that was, because apparently it was an additional, which is fine. I didn't want a job anyway. But, and I'm glad I didn't have a job in high school. Fuck that shit. But, like, I was heavily monitored. My internet use was basically non-existent. And then my mom was, like, surprised when I got a job, started going to college, and had trouble adjusting to just, like, work-life balance. Like a lot of trouble adjusting. I basically, well, it wasn't just work-life balance. It was also issues with the curriculum, because I had been put in, I'd basically been swindled by one of those fucking honors programs that was like, yeah, no, we'll put you on a fast track to a 4-year university and all this shit. And it was like, oh, okay, no. They must have been trying to get people signed up for some fucking quota or some shit, because I was not meant to be in that program. And it fucked me out of like 2 years of college, by the way. But then my mom kicked me out because I wasn't able to pay rent while working part-time, while also going to college and also having to pay for all of that college. I was not taking out any debt or loans or anything. So, like, I ended up getting kicked out of the house for that. Thanks, Mom. And it's like, okay, well, you didn't really teach me a lot of the lessons that I ended up having to learn the hard way. So that's the way it is. But that didn't stop her from trying to rule over and regulate every aspect of my life up until that point. Super cool. Cool. El Mufinio, thank you for 2 months of Prime. Thank you. Yeah. So that's some deep Vesper lore for you. Hey, Ti, I'm a new subscriber. Hello. Glad to have you here. How's everyone doing? We're doing all right. We're going over some parent cope. I don't know. We're probably not going to get to that tonight. I do want to show living my best. Oh, whoa, girl, whoa. Is she going for a Barbie lookalike contest? Chat, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of Tough love tends to break hearts. I mean, like, it wasn't tough love. Like, I was going through an upheaval at the time. I was having a lot of personal issues, and it was compounded with depression. It was compounded by, like, my diet started going to shit because I wasn't doing well in school, so I would turn to food. I turned to junk food with the little bit of money I had that I wasn't paying to school. I was working through a shitty job. Like, I was experiencing the world for the first time, and it fucking sucked. And then my parents kind of kicked me when I was down. And so I moved out and didn't talk to them for 3 years. It's fine. Oh my god. El Mufinio, I came out to my mom last month. She's trying to conversion therapy me. The past month or so have been weird. I am so sorry for that. I am so sorry for that. I do want to hear this. I just saved this. I don't know how it's going, what it is. But there are two things I wanted to get to on stream while we're having fun here. One of them is, if y'all aren't on Twitter, look, there's not a lot of reasons to be on Twitter, but a bunch of trad girl conservative influencers airing each other's dirty laundry in public. Magnifique, chat. It is, so it's beautiful. I live for it. But we'll get to that in a second. I need to see what this Laura Loomer clip is.
I probably couldn't even get a job at
Is this not on? Okay, there we go.
McDonald's 10 years ago because of the way that the media viciously smeared me, trying to make it out to seem like I was...
Oh my god, Grifter of Theseus. Solar Lander, that's crazy work. Good job. That's snaps for Solar Lander, everybody. Snaps for Solar Lander. Grifter of Theseus is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh yeah, no, the girls who were doing like Nazi salutes and getting like rolled by the awful incel Nazis. Like what are we doing? And then there's, who is the other one? Melanie Mack. Oh, you two are Butter Queen #1 in our hearts. #1 on the charts. Melanie Mack is apparently locked down her account because her audience that she's grifted like the trad conservatives with her like awful ASMR reading shit. They got mad at her for going to a MyChem concert. You love to see it. You love to see it, chat.
Some KKK member, or, you know, I was some Klansman. Ted Bundy and I literally have the same birthday. We do. I saw that online. Ted Bundy and I literally have the same birthday. Do you know that Ted Bundy has a nicer Wikipedia page than me? You can look it up. You can look it up right now.
Woof. Damn. Look, I have literally no sympathy for. I was talking with Rosa about this. Is that there's a proximity to like fascist and reactionary movements where my sympathy stops, right? Like QAnon families, people who are brainwashed into it, people who, whether through economic placement or whatever, choose to take part in these things. There is a level of grace I am willing to extend to them to try and understand where people are coming from and nothing else. People like Laura Loomer, I have no like actionable sympathy for. That being said, that is fucking devastating. Like you are watching somebody's ego die in real time. That's rugged. Damn. Everybody loves a comeback story. I was canceled everywhere. I fought my way to the top. You'll always be a hater, not a creator or a fighter. This is not an own. Drudge Report. Wow. I had to be selective, but fine. I'll torture everyone else with the longer clip of your kvetching, which still isn't close to all of it. All right. Let's get it.
Primary winner, Laura Loomer. I want a primary. Do you know how fucking hard it is to win a Republican congressional primary, especially when, you know, you're the most banned person in the country, if not the most banned woman in the world? Do you know how hard it is in the modern digital era during COVID to win an election when the media is running hit piece after hit piece about you every day, you're banned from, you know, being able to participate in the debates, and you're denied access to social media, the only candidate in the nation denied access.
Ollie Espinoza, don't do
You know how hard
detox like
is? You know how
that.
hard it
Don't
is
do
to
my girl
go and
detox
raise,
like
you know,
that.
nearly $2 million as a candidate by yourself in small grassroots donations because nobody wants to help you and you have to do it yourself. I couldn't even find
God,
a
fucking
fundraiser.
wine.
I had a digital fundraiser.
Here's the fucking look.
You know that none of them.
I do my best as a content creator, as somebody who takes money from people to do this job. Some people donate to me so I can basically follow my creative whims as far as like stories and topics and the research pieces and the on-the-ground reporting I do. And that has involved a lot of big swings. That has involved a lot of, like, multiple times I have gone on trips across the country that did not even pay for themselves. I still did it. I still put those boots on the ground. But you don't hear me constantly bitching about how these things don't pay for themselves. If it comes up in conversation, I will talk about it. But it is not like I don't understand. And granted, I'm a tiny little fish. I'm an itty bitty. I'm what you might call a micro celebrity. Itty bitty, teeny tiny, right? That being said, the relative size of my platform to Laura Loomer, and the fact that she is still just bitching constantly about everything, it is soy. Like so much of the modern right wing and modern conservative ecosystem is just fucking soy as hell. It's so like it is deeply funny, but it is also like it is because these people are so insecure. They always have been. But now that they're actually on the spotlight, now that they're actually on a massive platform, you have people like Tim Pool who just get so, they're so wrapped up in their image and their brands and what they can do as a patriot and a fighter and all this other shit. And they have no real self-awareness because their entire brand has been built on grievance. It's been built on their own little, Matt Walsh is a great example, their own little personal paranoias and neuroses. And as a result, it's stuff that they're just like, they're just soy. They're pathetic. Like, I don't even really have anything else to say about it. They're just pathetic. Like, I can't believe that you're fucking sitting here. Laura Loomer, after you're sharing a thing that talks about like, oh, Laura Loomer's collecting scalps for President Trump. Like she's fucking sharing this like it's a wrestling pay-per-view.
Inside Loomer's rise, the president's enforcer.
Let me do it like like the Halo announcer. Hang on.
Inside Loomer's rise, obsessive research, Oval Office visits, president's enforcer, more scalps.
Like that.
Major GOP fundraisers would work with me. Now it's so funny because everyone's calling me kissing my ass, right? Everyone wants to work with me now. A lot of people want to work with me now. But when I ran for Congress, nobody would even touch me. They wouldn't. I had a list that I couldn't get people to rent my list. I couldn't get people to run email.
Like, yeah, because you were a bonkers, batshit crazy grifter. You chained yourself to the Twitter headquarters when your account got banned because you were a racist. You said incredibly racist shit, your account got banned, and you took it as a personal slight, and you did cringe on Maine. You did cringe, okay? That's why nobody in your circle right now wants to tell you, but you did cringe.
Emails for me. I couldn't get mail vendors to send out mail for me. I couldn't get the media to talk about the fact that Comcast blocked my campaign from sending out emails or text messages. I don't really think people understand or appreciate what I had to personally go through these last 10 years of my life to get to where I am today. And no, nobody helped me. I had my supporters, the American people, but I don't have some rich daddy. I don't have, you know, rich parents who gave me a silver spoon in my mouth. My political connections were not just given to me. I worked for everything that I had. I was viciously smeared. I was broke.
My political connections were not just given to me. I worked for everything that I had. Do you remember last year when Laura Loomer was in Trump's orbit a lot? And Milo, the just dirty whore bitch that she is, decided to come out and spill the tea that Laura Loomer had been giving Trump blowies, apparently. Granted, still don't know if that's true. Kind of doubt it. But I will say, the idea of saying I did everything myself, the idea of treating it all of these connections, everything you've done as work, certainly does align with that. I'm just gonna say.
There was a time where I literally thought that I wasn't going to be able to pay my rent. So I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like to financially struggle. And I know what it's like to have absolutely nothing, even though you could have something because you want to work and you want to be able to do something. I probably couldn't even get a job at McDonald's 10 years ago because of the way that the media viciously smeared me, trying to make it out to seem like I was some KKK member or, you know, I was some Klansman. Ted Bundy and I literally have the same birthday.
There is something deeply Lynchian about this. Like, it is very funny that her response is like, oh, I'm happy. I'm living my best life. I'm doing so well. Because this is not the cadence, tone, style, look of any of that. Like, this is not a... This is not a well person. And the pregnant pauses, it's not like when Alex Jones takes a pregnant pause, you can tell that he is literally, his brain is literally processing a word that will fit the sentence next.
Because when Alex Jones in here, he talks like this, he says, you know, the globalists and Trump and Americana. And he'll enunciate, but take a lot of pauses in the middle of what he's saying.
Because Alex Jones is the type of idiot who doesn't know what word is coming out of his mouth until it's on the tip of his tongue. Like that, he does not plan out, and that is, hey, you know what, fair dues, that's worked for him for 30, 40 years, whatever. Laura Loomer, dumb though she be, dumb of ass, truly. This is a different kind of pregnant pause. This is a different kind of, like, consideration that is behind those eyes. Like doll's eyes, the devil's eyes.
We do. I saw that online. Ted Bundy and I literally have the same birthday. Do you know that Ted Bundy has a nicer Wikipedia page than me?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Ron's KFC, thank you for $4.99. Correction, she chained herself to one door at Twitter trying to block people from walking in and out while people just use the other door. Yeah, I do remember that. Lady, Do you want to? Can you come say hi? Do you want to say hi? No, she just wants to get ball. I learned fucking Tectone is 31. Hello? That was fucking crazy. That was crazy to me.
You can look it up. You can look it up right now. He has a nicer Wikipedia page than me. Well,
What does that mean? What does that
serial
mean?
Killers has the same birthday as me. You know, it's like serial killers. My point is that serial killers literally have.
Wait. So she was wrong? Somebody just popped that in the chat. She was wrong? Girl.
Nicer Wikipedia pages than me. It's true. I mean, you can like read this and you can look at my Wikipedia page. Go to my Wikipedia page and you'll see. It was Ted Bundy. One day I just went through serial killers Wikipedia pages and I was looking at their birthdays and I was looking at their pages to see like how they describe them, right? So
This is so much worse. The idea that she sat down and was like, nice selective edit, libcuck, let's see you post the whole thing. And the whole thing is her just being like, you know, Clarice, I one time went on Wikipedia. I found that Ted Bundy had a much better Wikipedia page than I did. You know, serial killers, they have very nice Wikipedia pages. Don't you think so? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? No. She's not. I feel like I've already done this before. Yeah, I've had this exact reaction before too. I'm not gonna say it again, but the idea of her being just 2 years older than me, that's woof. That's woof, chat. Yeah, just looking up serial killer birthdays, as you do, as we all know. That's love that. All right, I gotta finish this now.
American
I'm in too
far-right
deep.
political activist, conspiracy theorist, internet personality. You can scroll down. Proud Islamophobe, white nationalist. Loomer has gained notoriety as a result of being banned from numerous social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, payment processors, vehicles for hire, food delivery, mobile apps for various reasons, violating policies on hate speech, posting misinformation. She's also been banned from events and had press credentials revoked for harassment causing disturbances. She was the Republican nominee to represent Florida's 21st congressional district in the 2020 United States House of Representatives election, losing to Democrat Lois Frankel. She also ran in the Republican primary for Florida's 11th congressional district in 2022, losing to incumbent Daniel Webster. In April 2023, Donald Trump sought to hire Loomer for his presidential campaign, but a senior campaign advisor successfully discouraged Trump from doing so. By September 2020...
Girl, this does not make you look good. Reading a fucking list of all your sins publicly, like, is this... Like, reading a bunch of things that are factually recorded, that are backed up with facts, with interviews, with news articles, all this shit. And she's like, yeah, people treat me so unfairly. Like, this is not the way to do that. This is not that. This is people treating you fairly based on the things you've done. Yeah, laundry list of L's. Mufino. Exactly. Exactly. Like, it is just a... Yeah, B. Parker, does she expect her wiki to just, like, worship the ground she walks on? It's just a collection of facts about her. Toto Pierre, thank you for 249. Laura Loomer becomes the White House Strangler. How dare you judge me based on my actions?
Some Trump supporters and others had expressed concerns about Loomer continuing, her continuing presence around and the influence on Trump. So you can scroll down, you can see everything that they say about me, activities.
Everything they
when
say.
They lie about
like
me. They say I started an ISIS club. Well, they don't really reveal the context of the ISIS.
Oh my God. They say, yeah, they lie about me. They say I started an ISIS club, which, okay, I did, but they don't give you the context of it. What the fuck are you talking about? Nekam, thank you very much for $5. You know what would make me more likable and relatable? Comparing myself to a serial killer. Exactly. Oh, wow.
This club and the fact that it was an expose on my university. Scroll down.
Oh, was it? Was it?
They say
expose. Ooh, that's so. Ooh, expose. Let me see. Do 2015. Oof. Meredith Navin, thank you for $5. Bad joke for you, DT. Also, your makeup is fire. What do you call a dinosaur with no bike seat? Megasaurus. Thank you for $5. Oh no, that was Laura Loomer 10 years ago? A Barry University honors student at the center of an undercover video that showed her trying to convince officials into allowing a pro-ISIS campus club claims she's been suspended. Senior Laura Loomer partnered with Project Veritas. God. And its president, James O'Keefe, which Loomer told instructors that she wanted to start, quote, the humanitarian club to help promote education in the Islamic State. O'Keefe alleges the video captured university worker unfazed when the student came to him to begin the process of forming an on-campus organization that would support ISIS. So, okay, according to the apparent suspension, Loomer is not allowed, blah, blah, blah. University is failing to own up to being pro-ISIS, something administrators said is absurd. Oh, that's fucking crazy, girl. Okay, no, I gotta listen to this.
Student suspended? Well, a woman in the middle of a campus controversy says Barry University has booted her from class. NBC6 reporter Jamie Garola live in Miami Shores with the latest on this. Jamie, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, the suspension means that student is not allowed here on campus and is not allowed to go to class. Now, according to an apparent suspension letter, the university says the student created a hostile environment here.
No shit.
An undercover video on this website created a firestorm of negative publicity for Barry University. Project Veritas alleges the school is sympathetic to the terror group ISIS, and they argue a secretly recorded video taken by a student proves it.
The student...
Wait, no, go back. What? No, stop it. Ah! I want to see that shit. Ugh. Okay, so whatever. It wasn't a fucking, is this a Minecraft? No, we already covered the Minecraft thing. It wasn't obviously a fucking expose on the college.
I tried to entrap Hillary Clinton. They don't talk about the fact that my exposés were actually used by President Trump during the debate.
Oh, your expo. They what they don't talk about is that actually I'm such a good liar that the big liar used my lies. So actually, yeah, okay, sure, clock it, girlfriend. Gordon Austin, thank you for $10. I experienced pain thinking about single regrets I have. Streaming/recording for an audience a published itemized list of my every L would end in blood. Look. Hey, Laura Loomer, honey, hunty. Let me give you constructive tips for how to avoid such a situation. Just don't take any L's. It's actually really easy.
They don't talk about all of the incredible work that I've done, all of the stories I've broken, all of the political influence that I've had in breaking massive stories that have had a massive impact on our political landscape in our country over the last 10 years. They never say it. They just smear me. They just, they even try to make me out.
It speaks for itself, honestly. It speaks for itself. What do you need to say? What do you need to say? Now, chat. It's rough being a woman in conservative spaces. You've got no end to the rampant sexism. You've got people like Matt Walsh on one side saying like, no woman should be, like he's been bitching about his new latest hyperfixation has been, like women police officers, where he's talking about, no woman has ever been helped or has ever helped somebody in need of help as a police officer. And then on the other side of things, if the chauvinistic pieces of shit men won't get you, you can bet your ass the mean girls who peaked in high school of the trad Christian conservative female influencer sphere will. Because if they smell blood in the water, they all come running. They all come running. Look, leftist infighting has nothing on all of the fucking high school butter queens who wanted to be Regina George, who ended up being fucking conservative Twitter influencers. Like, it's... So here we have Morgan Ariel, somebody with 81,000 followers, nationalist, Nazi, Christian cultural commentator, Nazi, lioness for Jesus, fashion designer and CEO at Shop One God, okay, VP at needmyexcuse.com, whatever. Emily Saves America has 96.6, fighting for common sense in Los Angeles. Interesting. I didn't see you there. Much to think about. Questioning emoji. Now, Sarah Stock, I guess, is another one of these dorks. And Emily Saves America criticized her ring size. To which Morgan Ariel, now I don't know any of these people. They all blend together. They are all just like the Nazi variant of the Fox News blonde lady machine to me. Morgan Ariel says, "You give it up for free, ho. Might want to sit this one out." To which H. Pearl Davis, just Pearly Things, maybe, like, I sincerely do not think there's anybody who hates themselves more than Pearl Davis. Truly just a deeply unlikable person who very clearly the only reason they do anything is to be more liked by people who just hate them. Rough stuff. Pearl Davis said, "Morgan, you are a single mother with a public video admitting you have HPV. You might want to sit this one out too." To which Morgan responded, "You suck black dick and probably have AIDS." Now, to put a bow on this so far, you have Sarah Stock, who, yes, was the white nationalist Nazi who is on Jubilee, who works with sex pest Elijah Schaefer. You have Sarah Stock. Then completely unrelated to Sarah Stock, I mean, like, I'm sure they run in the same circles, but they hate her. Emily Saves America starts beef with her. And then you have Morgan Ariel jumping in to start beef with her. And then you have Pearl Davis jumping in to start beef with her. This is a nesting doll of the most noxious people in the world. And you know what? You know what? They deserve each other. They deserve each other. That's all I can say. Morgan, so Morgan said, you give it up for free, ho. Back to the Emily thread. Morgan, your baby daddy abandoned you. You're raising a bastard child. Yet somehow, some way, you think you're better than me or anyone else. You gave it up for free, got left in the dust, and now post rage bait on X to supplement the inadequacy of your monthly child support payments. Polly Circus Live. Oh, thank you very much. Reza Sutra, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Polly Circus. Hey, Polly Circus. You know, it is crabs in a bucket. True it on. Bryce. I fucking love Bryce, man. Bryce from True is so good. Are you familiar with Brooklyn, New York, and would you ever like to go there? If so, I want it. We should get. I need to tell Rosa to try and get Bryce on the pod. I think Bryce would be super fun to have on the pod. So then, Morgan came back with this. Now this is. It's less important if any of this is true or verified, because if you're asking me honestly, all of this shit is so tame. Like to people like this who have built their entire world around whether or not they're authentically, like, you know, redeemed and for Jesus and living in Christ and all that shit. This is seismic. These allegations, oh, these are serious. But like the idea of a life where like somebody getting fingered in a lobby is like career ending to me is so funny. It's so funny. Like in any circle I'd be in, it's like if it's consensual, if people are into it, if it's not involving any kids and it's not hurting anybody, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like if it's two consenting adults, nobody else is around, who cares? But to these people, this stuff is serious business. So Morgan hits back with, none of that is true, Emily, but unlike you, I don't lie. So here are some facts. And she just fucking dumps all this shit. You got fingered in the middle of a hotel lobby at a TP USA event while everybody watched and there were families around. You brag about having sex with married MAGA dags and doing drugs. I'm willing to bet that drugs is like pot. You've been completely ran through by both single and married men in the right wing. You call young virgins losers and encourage them to have premarital sex, and you're pro-abortion. You're a disgusting feminist whore with a Jezebel spirit who uses filters. This is giving Real Housewives of Fresno. No, it is. It's giving Real fucking Housewives of like Boca Vista, Boca Raton. Like, I think the funniest part to me is that it's all of this stuff about how, oh, you're a whore and you're a slut and you're doing all this stuff, which, like, who cares? Whatever. Again, whatever. But then the way that it flips back to being both like she's trying to argue that as though she is trying to argue this from like a biblical perspective and also is just a catty high school bitch. The way it's almost artful, the way she's like, okay, first, you're a disgusting feminist whore, so jot that down. Second off, because I'm a good Christian woman, you also have a Jezebel spirit. And then thirdly, you're tacky and I hate you. You use filters in all of your videos and you live in rebellion to God. Like it's a nesting doll of insults that truly can only come from vapid white women. Like if we're being honest. Grifting off the conservative movement simultaneously trashes women who desire to live God honoring lifestyles because their engagement rings didn't cost enough. I'm the one who needs money, you gold digging hoe. So yes, I am better than you. The comments. Jezebel's spirit is such a hilarious insult. Who even came up with that? The Holy Ghost. She's dead ass serious too. I know she was dead serious. So good. Come to BK. Oh, Bryce, God bless you. God bless you. Oh, yeah. Anyway, sometimes, you know what? The thing that is always true of every reactionary and fascist movement like this is that eventually they're going to eat their own, because they all want to be in charge at the end of the day. And when they run out of people to hate, it is so easy for them to hate each other. And I love that for you, babes. Honestly, y'all deserve each other. Have fun. All right, chat. I will be right back. Give me just 1 second. Rabies shot was today. And they left at 5. Fuck. I'll call back in the morning. I thought it was next Thursday. I was getting it mixed up with Mrs. Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Sorry, chat. I just realized my rabies shot was today. And I missed it. So that's fun for me. Yeah, it should be fine. Alrighty, chat. I gotta get going, but I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. We're gonna, I don't think, who else is live right now? Farrah. Let's see if I can get Farrah. Why? And I will, I'm not in LA, y'all, but I appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. And go say hi to Pheromone for me. Go drop Dead Domain stuff in the chat. Tell her to follow me back. Wait, no, she already does follow me. Never mind. Just go say hi.